The Zucks played the waiting game. He waited and he waited until it was time to deliver a right hook, and he did it in the form of Threads. By now you've probably heard about the new social app out from Meta that is kind of very much exactly like Twitter, except just not as it is in its current form. Because in the early days of Twitter, Zuckerberg saw the potential, saw the competition there, and he wanted to buy it. And they said no. And upset about this, then Twitter became public. Over the years, he just waited. He waited, he sat back, and then Elon bought Twitter in a way that tanked it quicker than anybody thought was possible. Overnight, people were leaving Twitter in droves. Different clones of the app would pop up, which quickly got shut down, or just some people would go to them and nobody really hopped on it. And then, all this time, Zuckerberg waited. He sat there, developing, not saying anything about it, and then, the other night, he launches Threads. The complete Twitter competitor that takes your existing Instagram following and ports it over so you don't have this trying to grow factor initially. You don't have this, oh, go follow me over here, because everybody already is. Plus, they put the number in which you joined in your Instagram bios, so immediately everybody starts getting FOMO. And it's taken over, but having played around with Threads, having used it myself, it's actually refreshing. It's actually not at all what I expected, because people aren't out here chasing clout. They're not trying to grow. They're not trying to go viral. They're just having a good time. People are being social on social media. They're just having a good time, posting memes, posting jokes, posting some photos, and interacting with each other in a way that actually feels real and authentic, which we haven't seen from social media in a while. Yeah, TikTok, you get like the authenticity factor there, but everybody's also at the same time trying to grow, trying to go viral, trying to become TikTok famous. There's none of that here. And obviously it's only in the first couple days, so who's to say where this will go? But immediately, everybody's just having a good time. Actually, in one of my threads, is that what you call them, threads that you post? Like, the app is called Threads, but then do you call a post on Threads a thread? I don't know. This is all new. But somebody replied to that saying that it feels like people have just showed up to a party to have fun. Because you've all been to the parties where people feel like they're obligated to go, or they go to try and network, but then there are the best parties, which are the parties that you go to just to have fun. And that's right now what this is. Because as much as Facebook is dominated by your mom or your grandma and all your relatives who you don't really want to talk to, this new offering from Meta is actually different. It's what we're used to, but it's different. And people are being more authentic, being more unfiltered on there. Obviously, there's still the same restrictions that come with Facebook and Insta because it's owned by the same parent company. So that makes sense. It's the Zuckerberg. We get it. You're not going to see nudes or anything. But yet, it feels fresh. It feels new. And it feels like something that had been missing. And don't get me wrong, you get hit with the dopamine immediately because you post something and you already have the followers. So they're already going to be liking and sharing and commenting on all your stuff because they're already there. It's just they're in a new place, the same people from the same platform. I hate how genius it is because it was the best execution they could have possibly gotten. Now, I do believe Twitter is trying to slap Meta with a lawsuit for Threads, so we will see how that develops, whether they settle it, what happens there. But so far, this is weird, but maybe in a good way, which, with everybody talking about the downfall of Instagram, with the downfall of Facebook, this just refreshed the whole Meta thing overnight. Now, if you're watching this video, you're probably already on Threads or are thinking about hopping on it. What are your thoughts? What do you think about this? What do you think this was smart on Zuckerberg's part? What do you think will happen with the lawsuit? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're on Threads, if you're on Instagram, whichever, follow me there, because I will be sharing some thoughts. That's kind of I'm just going to be pouring my brain into it, because it's just a good place to scream into the void, I suppose. But so far, this is an interesting change, and it'll be interesting to see how this changes up social media in general. I know a lot of people aren't pumped about having another social media to worry about, but the way in which this one feels more authentic and more effortless, I think is something that we've all been needing from social media in general, because it's been so forced over the past couple years. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to follow along this journey with me. As always, my name is Finn Bouchley. Work hard, rest often, and I will see you on the next one.